about. So we took the truck out on a late night test run. So, you know, we can learn the kinks to see if there's any problems. And then we went to an empty parking lot, and I let my fiance, of course, drive so she could get used to. And I was fucked up there. Let you drive, and she was doing good. But then a bus came in the parking lot, and she stalled out. And from there on, it went downhill. So she stalled out. We tried starting the truck, and of course, it didn't want to start. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was the alternator, the batteries, or the starter. Kept trying, couldn't get it figured out. So that night, I was able to get my brother to tow it with his Suburban just to move it out the parking lot, and left it there. And I came back, I thought it was the batteries because I had 2 old batteries in the truck already, like I said. So the first step I did was change the batteries, all 4 batteries. Did that, still nothing. Then I got a voltmeter and checked my starter and alternator. My alternator was good, but my starter wasn't giving any power. So we came to the conclusion that it was my starter. So I changed the starter. Let me tell you about it. I tried to change the starter that first day. The next morning I tried changing the starter. And I'm going to let you know now, the starter is a pain in the butt on these Freightliners. But it's doable. You can do it. So I tried to take the bolts off. First I took the wires off. It's about 7 to 9 on the front that you have to take off, and I advise you to use zip ties and keep them all together so you know which one goes where and how to keep it coordinated so you don't mess up putting it back. Zip tie them, take those off, and then you got 3 bolts on the starter. You got 2 in the front, and then you got 1 behind the starter, and that's the pain in the butt to get to. But try to take the front ones off first, spray some WD on it, and don't do what I did. I used a 6-star socket instead of a 12-star. And you're going to, I don't remember, I think it was an 18 millimeter. It's between 16 and 18 millimeter. One of those is your socket size. And I thought I was stripping it. I thought I stripped it, and the bolts were pretty much seized on there. So I was about to have it towed to a shop and let them do it. But I got on the internet and read on Trucker Farm, which is a very good website. I looked on Trucker Farm, and the guy said the smallest detail saved me maybe $500. It said make sure you have a 12-star socket to take them bolts off because they're not like regular bolts. So I ended up, my brother worked at a shop down the street, so we ended up going there and borrowed the right socket, and would you believe it, the shit came off. The front 2 came off with ease. Not ease, but they came off with the WD, and I used the Milwaukee half-inch impact ring. Now, when you do the one in the back, I would advise you to put an extension on the socket and measure the front one, the distance, and measure it on the back to try to, you pretty much gonna have to fish for it. It's a draw look pretty much. You're gonna have to fish for it, and once you get on, you can't put an impact on, so put your wrench on it and either use a pipe or like a breaker bar and just use as much strength as you can. That's all I can tell you. And it'll come loose, and I took it off. Mine was a 39 MT starter, Remy Delco remanufactured. Took that off, went to a shop, and got a brand new one for like $300 and something. I ain't get the same kind, but I got the same 39 MT, the same size. And I put a brand new one on, and I had my brother help me the second day. The first day I just gave up, but the second day I had my brother help me. We got it off, put it back on, and the job had to be probably like about 4.5 hours. And I'm gonna say this, it's hard. I'm gonna tell you, it's challenging. You gotta be very tedious and give it time, but it's not impossible. You can do it. And you'll save yourself $500. I guarantee if I took it to the shop, I probably would have spent $1,000 in labor and parts. just to do that. So
how much was the starter?
The starter was like $300 brand new. So if you have the tools and you just spend $300 in your time, you'll save yourself at least like $600, I think. And do that and watch YouTube. YouTube is very helpful. YouTube has helped me with a lot of stuff. And there's a few guys that, you know, are pretty good at what they do. Like I watch a few guys, just to name a few, like KB. He's pretty good showing you how to run your business as an owner-op. HT, he's very good with how to run a cash truck. And Jason Andrews, another guy. I know some guys don't like him, but he's another guy. Be Smooth, Skimpy, all good people to watch to prepare you on how to be an owner-op and how to work on your own truck. There's a few more, but if you want to work on your truck, I advise you to look at YouTube, go on trucker farms, anything to help keep some money in your pocket.
Get the right tools.
Get the right tools, yes.
Definitely.
Invest in tools. I spent, what, maybe like close to $1,000 in tools already.
But it paid off.
But it pays off. Once you pay that money for that tool, you'll have that tool for the rest of your life. And you'll make that money back 10 times.
Don't get cheap tools.
Don't get cheap tools.
Get the right tools.
Yes, don't get cheap tools. But I'm not gonna lie, if you have to get some cheap tools to get up out of bin, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. But I wouldn't advise investing in cheap tools.
Right.
But yeah, that was pretty much it.
And did you mention the batteries?
Yeah, I changed all 4 batteries. I did that.
Yeah, but that wasn't the problem.
Yeah, that wasn't the problem. It wasn't my battery, it wasn't my alternator. But I'm glad I had to change the batteries regardless, because when I got this truck, the batteries were old. 2 of them were old. So I had to change them regardless.
This is where I stalled out.
Yeah, we're back over here. Yep. But
okay. And we'll leave the details below for everything we talked about. And any final words?
I would say don't panic and don't get frustrated, because the second day when I couldn't get the starter off, I honestly got frustrated to the point where I was like, F this, I'm taking it to the shop, or F trucking, you know, just cussing like a sailor. And I just got frustrated, and my fiance just told me to relax and eventually we'll get it figured out. And just give it time and patience. Don't get frustrated and try to overwork yourself. And what is it, lose sleep? Don't lose sleep. And just give it time and patience, and you'll get it done. I mean, I changed the starter myself. I feel kind of proud about that. I feel like if I can do that, you can do that. Anybody that's watching this, they can change the starter now. I mean, I didn't show you exactly how to change it, and I just got a new camera, so I'm gonna do more of like a POV to show people how to change stuff, or help people change stuff, because YouTube, like I said, is very useful. And if I can help one person, then I did my job. So my final word would be, don't get frustrated and don't give up. Alright, so it's JB Trucking, and I'm here to show you the good, bad, happy, and sad. Thank you for watching, and I hope I can help you.